Yo, Elliott. Hey, what's up, guys? Today we got a question from our Strength Camp Online member, Vincent de Santiago. Vincent's problem is he can't keep a fucking job. He says every new job that he gets, about 9 months in, he starts getting bored and he just wants to quit. There have even been circumstances by which he's gotten pay raises and he's like, more money. I don't care, and he just wants to quit. So his question basically is, Elliott, although I love my industry, I love the work that I do, I can't seem to get past this bored feeling after 9 months. So, I'm gonna approach this from a slightly different perspective, because in the past I've said things like motivation and love gets you going, but commitment keeps it rolling. Right? And that would make sense if you made a particular commitment to a mission or a greater purpose. But when you've got a job, oftentimes it's like you just getting a paycheck. Right? I mean, how many of you guys out there, you get a job and the first thing you're looking at is how much you're gonna make, when you get vacation, how many hours you gotta work. It's all about the mechanics of the circumstance. Well, recently I watched a video, not recently, it's an old video, that was, it spoke about a study that was done by the Federal Reserve Bank, where all the money comes from. And they want to know what made people motivated enough to work more, work harder, or to get jobs. And they did this study and they found out that people really weren't motivated by more money. They also offered people more vacation time. Interestingly enough, I saw a commercial the other day, I think, where most people don't use their paid vacation time. In other words, like at the end of the year when you've got 14 days of vacation you could use and do whatever the fuck you want with, most people, a lot of people, don't do anything. They just don't go on vacation. So apparently that doesn't motivate people. Time off, you would imagine, might be something that is alluring to a particular profession or career. But apparently people just don't give a crap. They don't want more money, they don't want more time off, but what they do want is a sense of purpose. They want a mission. People want to feel like the work that they're doing means something more than the mechanics of time on, time off, and dollars. And I totally get it. So when you sign up for these jobs and you enjoy the type of work you do, you should also find out what the company mission is. I guarantee you that behind that door, behind that particular job that you're going to day in and day out, there is a single man who started that corporation, or woman who started that corporation, and that person probably had a vision, a mission, a worldwide vision. That's what entrepreneurs do. We've got great big ideas about how we can affect the world. And I guarantee you that that person is infectious enough that if you get next to them, they will infect you with that sense of mission. Now, when you get into a job, when you get into a brand new company, chances are, you're kind of low on the totem pole. You might not be going to the quarterly and annual meetings. You might not be rubbing elbows with the people at the top or the people who are, really pulling the strings of the corporation. But I would invite you, this would really be a step in the right direction, not only for your own self-esteem, your own sense of purpose, but also for the mission of the company that you're working for, to ask if you can go to the quarterly meeting. Ask if you could talk to the owner, right? The CEO. I'd like to meet this man. I want to know what really drives and motivates that man. Why did you start this company? And if he is a righteous dude, which hopefully he is, I think more and more of the new startup companies that we're seeing in this next generation of business and economy are headed by really passionate people who have world-transforming missions and visions. And if you get next to that guy and you just say, look, man, I just want to take you out for dinner. I want to do something nice for you. And sit with him, you will probably get infected with the passion that sparked the entire organization that you're a part of. Now, if you go in this meeting and the guy is a complete douchebag, he cares about nothing but the bottom line and, people using too much toilet paper, well, then, you're probably in the wrong company, So when you're looking for a job, even, Look for a place that's headed by people and run in such a way that mission and vision is the biggest driver, not finance. You need money, sure as hell do. Super important, should be looked at. Can't have a company without money. Nothing happens without a sale. But if you want to be infused with the passion and the fire to keep going, get on that mission train, brother. Done.
Elliott said, what?